Here's Emma's memory book for 2016-2017. She started walking in her school shoes and she was ready for 4K. Here's her family's picture. Here was her first day of 4K. They had shaving cream on their tables so that they could come in and get started. At welcome conferences, they colored a picture of a t-shirt so that 4K fits us to a T. Here were her handprints on the first day of school. She made a picture of herself that we hung on a bulletin board that says, "What I like most about my class is the people I share it with." She decorated the letter E, the first letter in her name. Here's some pictures of her playing at school and a picture of her class. We love to sing this song, Willoughby Wallaby. So here's Willoughby Wallaby Wemma, an elephant sat on Emma. We were talking about colors. She liked the color purple. In October, there's a picture of our class, and we practiced shapes. We were working on our tearing, so on our finger grips, so we tore some paper to be leaves. We went to Pierce's pumpkin patch. Each 4K student got to pick their own pumpkin. We talked about colors, and we made our own monster. We dressed up for Halloween. Emma was Rapunzel. In November, we started talking about community helpers. Emma said she wanted to be a teacher. We also went to the fire station in October. We went to the post office and even had hot chocolate at Starbucks. And Dr. Kaiser came in and talked to us about being a chiropractor. We wrote an I'm Thankful poem. We learned the nursery rhyme, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and she wished upon a star. Emma wanted a watch. In December, we had our hibernation celebration. We got ready for our Christmas concert, and we made Santa masks. Emma was part of the Zipper Club. We talk about the order that you get dressed in a 4K. So each child got to dress themselves. We start with the snow pants first, then the boots, then the jacket, then the hat, and lastly the mittens. Here's some pictures from January, and they created their own snowman out of Wonder Foam. In January, we also talked about building, and they talked about building a better me. They did one for at home, one for at school, and one for their heart. So they made 3 goals. Emma also built a houseboat out of blocks. We wrote their name and measured how many cubes long it was. We talked about being a bucket filler, and we talked about how you can fill people's bucket or how you can empty them. Emma decided on 3 things: how to fill her bucket, how to fill other people's buckets. It was the 100th day of school. We had a fashion show with 100-day t-shirts. Then we talked about presidents, and we said that they are the future presidents. This was a form that they had to fill out for the fashion show. We talked about pets, and we made a pet rock. In March, we just had lots of fun with friends. We talked about fairy tales and nursery rhymes. We talked about the city, we talked about the country, and we talked about the city. We compared the country with the city. In April, we talked about spring, and we had tadpoles turning into froglets. We also gave back to the community by tying blankets for the firefighters. In May, we measured ourselves, so Emma was this long. So when they untie the bow, they'll be able to see how long Emma was. It was also Emma's birthday in May, and we had special butterfly snacks, which was the life cycle of a butterfly. At home, they made a project of their favorite things about 4K. And then they were thinking bubbles coming out of their heads. We ate hot lunch at school. And we decided we were blasting off to kindergarten. We also went to Betty Brown's Children's Museum. That was a lot of fun. And then the last week of 4K. So when she gets us home, her parents can scan it to hear her count and to say her ABCs. In addition to that, I have their writing portfolio. So it talks about September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and last but not least, May. I'm also going to miss my students very much. So this is the note from your teacher, and then I wrote them a personalized note along with, watch out kindergarten, here I come. The end. It's been a great year in 4K.